Imagine a man standing at the tumultuous edge of a river. His breath is ragged and uneven as he surveys the scene before him. The water rushes in a furious, churning gray, and it feels like a living force conspiring against him. The rocks jutting through the surface make it clear, crossing here is not meant for anyone faint of heart. Yet there he stands, paralyzed by the what-ifs. What if he stays and starves on this side? What if he tries and tumbles into the roaring depths? This moment captures the central question of our story. Why do we often choose the hardest paths when simpler, already built options lie just out of view? Compelled by the age-old belief that survival is won through sweat and toil, the man decides against moving his feet from this perilous spot. He lets fear chain him to this dire circumstance. He begins to labor with feverish desperation. Heavy timber is dragged to the banks, muscles strain against the resistance of the current, skin is scraped and torn by relentless stone. Days pass and exhaustion starts to etch into his bones. Each beam placed, each nail hammered, driven more by fear than by need. All the while, a riverbank stretches beyond his immediate view. It is a ribbon of possibility beneath a vast sky, but focus narrows in desperate moments. With the bridge complete, he staggers across to the other side. He's battered and worn, yet he takes a breath full of triumph mingled with relief. As he makes his way toward the village, the warm glow of impending comfort calls him onward, soothing his aching frame. That evening at the hearth, the reality of all he has endured starts to unfold, spilling from him like a parable of struggle. His audience, villagers who have lived alongside this river for generations, listen in silence. There is gravity in the elder's words when they finally break the silence. "Friend," the elder says with soft calm, "your struggle was immense, but unnecessary. 10 minutes walk from where you stood, a bridge of stone awaits, and just a little further, the river narrows and slows, shallow enough for even a child to pass." The man's world stands still. Everything he believed to be formidable and necessary unravels like a misplaced joke. He had locked eyes with fear and missed the bridges already crafted by nature itself. Let us consider then how deeply fear can blind us when faced with adversity. Because he anchored himself in the fear of loss and the struggle against the river, he painted it entirely as a foe, dark, silent, unyielding, never considering the calm just a short distance away. His tale is a testament to how our intense focus on what seems like immediate threats can obstruct our clarity. The hard way, as it's often embraced, extracts a costly toll on both psyche and body. Yet the true cost isn't just in the effort spent, it's in the problem-solving that was never truly required. Driven by survival instincts gone awry, we refuse to believe there might be a path of less resistance, a stone bridge that held firm and strong for a century unheeded, a calm pool where the river kindly yields its force. And this lesson falls hard. It wrestles with the notion that fear, mismanaged, is the match that singes our fingers rather than lighting the way to the lantern waiting in the dark. In these moments, we find space to reflect on how panic builds monuments to our struggles, ignoring the whispers of simpler solutions. Yet this story offers more than chastisement. It tells us of the power of perspective and clarity. Calm dispels the fog of anxiety, allowing us to perceive options that a storm would overshadow. If he had stopped, paused, even for a breath, he might have noticed the routes marked out by those before him, guides laid across paths unknown to our narrow sight. And so we reach a turning point, an invitation to see clarity as our guide through panic. Next time we face the river, and surely life is filled with rivers, we have the power to choose. Will we, driven by base eye, instincts to witness our survival in exertion and grit, begin anew the back-breaking labor? Or shall we pause, look fully up and down the river's course? For trust often saves us from unnecessary trials, showing that sometimes the invisible paths of ease are the most reliable all along. This isn't simply a call to seek out paths of leisure, but a lesson in recognizing when we've blinded ourselves to straightforward paths. Even now, as you pause and consider what stands before you, ask if the route you're taking is the only one, or merely the noisiest. Beneath that noise, listen carefully. Take a walk by the riverbank. Perhaps a bridge is already waiting, anticipating your choice. It's a decision, not just for rivers, but for life itself. Do you haul logs across storm-tossed waters, Or do you step lightly across the stones laid down by years of collective wisdom?